Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another uncomfortable discussion with Tori LeBeau. So you see the title. You see the title. So what we're gonna do? I'm not gonna waste your time. We're gonna get straight into it. So first off, I want to ask any of you people out there: have you ever felt as if when you've been raised in the world, some certain other cultures try to make you feel like you stupid because of your color? I mean, let's just be honest. People act like black people supposed to be stupid. Like nah. If you're not stupid, they have a problem with it. And I'm not talking about everyone. Everyone is not gonna feel that way. But I believe that if you are this skin color or consider this skin color, because you guys know I don't even really believe in the whole black thing, and they not really white because they really Edomites. I'm an Israelite. And I don't know if you are more. I don't know if you were Native American. I don't know if you just consider yourself American or whatever you do. But whatever it is, we all have a common bond, that we have a common suffering, a common experiences that we've all gone through. And we tend to try to take them and be independent with it. But in actuality, that's the reason why, we here. So when we break it down, the fact of why they act like we supposed to be stupid, or why do they have a problem when we stupid, when we not stupid. I've had plenty of experiences where it's not even about whether they uh melanated melanin deficient people. It's just other cultures in general. It's like they just want to act like we stupid, like we don't know what's going on. And I'll tell you where the root comes from. It comes from them passing the narrative around the world that we're stupid. It comes from passing the narrative that we were enslaved. And so they like, well, people have to be stupid if they was enslaved. Oh yeah, they not really smart. you know they have different features than we do. Then when we have different those features that they adore or they like, they are surprised. Like, wait a minute. When you darker, they believe that you're gonna be stupider. They feel like that you're not smart. And we all know that that's not the truth. We know that a skin color does not determine your level of intelligence, neither your level of integrity. So when we try to make it seem like, not we as in people, but I'm talking about the world. When we say, or they pass the narrative, the white people are pure, white people are nice, white people are saviors. This is a narrative that we shouldn't even be paying attention to in actuality, because what is that narrative? All of you have met a stupid white person before, and we not going. What term can we start using other than white people? Because they're not white people. Ladies and gentlemen, they aren't white people. They melanated deficient, but it's not as easy to say. Edomites, what? I've never seen a white person in my life. I've never seen a person that is the the color white. Nah, I've seen some red people. And why I say that they're red, they actually determine and say that the Native Americans are red people, when actuality they were brown, red, black, all of that. Indigenous people, we could say we're indigenous people. We're indigenous to all different countries, all different continents, not just Africa. I'll go with that narrative because you can find us all around the world. But are they really white? Nah. But I'm not going to hold your time trying to determine and debate something that's already been passed around, of them choosing to be white because it's represents purity, represents all things good and things like that. Nah. Uh, we have an issue that we need to solve, and we cannot solve that independently. We sit here over here trying to say, well, I'm this and I'm that and you're this. And it's like all this fighting, we need to get down to business. I'm serious. We need to get down to business because it's not just in America that people are having issues, you know. It's I mean, you're not stupid. If you watching my content, I know you're not stupid. I know you're not stupid if you're watching my content because I'm not stupid. But I can tell you one thing is that a lot of times they, with their mentality of thinking that we're stupid, they have tried to press that on to myself, saying that, trying to make me believe that I'm stupid. And I don't know how many of you have had to deal with that experience of having them try to make you feel like you stupid with their manipulation tactics and everything. It's like, belief is a drug, man. Belief is a wonderful thing. You need to believe in order to do something. And when you believe you're stupid, I mean, how many people of our color, how many Afro descendants have believed themselves to be stupid? And they act stupid because they don't believe that they're smart. They don't believe that they have the capacity or the capability to do certain things. And then you have other people who are arrogant, who believe themselves to be a bit more than they actually are, without any humility. And then we just have, other people who just always crossing over. We have us fighting in different places. America the most. Yeah, you could say Haiti, you could say Africa, certain parts of Africa, they fighting and everything. But it's actually a common root cause to the reason why we're fighting against one another, and that is because they use strategy tactics to pin us up against one another by putting us in ghettos and having us in poverty. You sitting here thinking, well, I gotta one up this motherfucker because I'm trying to get to the top, and the only person that can give it to me is this white guy over here, or this guy over here, or whatever. I have to do it on my own, and then you like F the X Man, the next man, X Man. Yeah, I wish we are like the X Men, right? We outcasts. Nah, but then you have Africa where they're going in after the minerals. And so, because a lot of those, where the minerals at? They're not in the big cities in Africa. And there are big cities in Africa. A lot of y'all people know, a lot of y'all people don't know. But the minerals out there in like the wilderness, it's in the areas where the people are nomadic or they don't really have jobs. So what do they have to do? They pay these people who don't really have jobs, that don't really have no, they're not really living good, and then they putting them out there to mine the stuff, and then that's their well-being to make some money. They trying to make it for their family. Who knows if they have 2 kids, 3 kids, 5 kids, whatever? They gotta pay. They gotta learn to survive, and so they have these companies out there in Africa who are from the Europeans or Chinese or Americans, whoever, and they putting them down there to work. And these companies are benefiting from it, from almost free labor. And then who do they do? Who do they put to enforce things? Well, they pay a little extra to the other guy who maybe is a gangster, who maybe can lead or whatever. Y'all seen um, Blood Diamond? That's not just fiction. That's real. They actually use people like that to enforce the rules on these villagers who are just trying to work. And then so it's like pinning us against each other. They ready to kill and everything, and we doing all of this and killing each other. And then who's profiting? The big companies. Big companies are profiting off of this. So they think we stupid. And we acting stupid because I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if you have yourself a big business, even if you're rich, a lot of our people still act stupid because the fact is that we carry this mentality that we independent. And it's like, well, no one helped me do this, no one helped you or anything like that. So why am I gonna help you? And we have independent, we just now in this, in I would say in like the last decade, people started to think, you know, small businesses. We got to do small businesses. It became a thing. Not that we didn't have businesses before, because you know our ancestors did have businesses. At one point in time, you couldn't just go and get a job, so you had to have a business. But I can't say that everyone was a business owner. No, don't take that and misjudge what I'm saying. But what we can say is that those people who within the last decades pushed this whole small business and started getting things like, oh, we got to get things right. We got to get our credit right. We got to get our business. But then the people who are making millions, they say that they investing it back in the community, but they not really investing it back in the resources that we really need. The resources that we truly need are, the foundation, the schools, banks, hospitals, construction. We need these things. We need these things in order to, build a solid foundation to re-educate our youth, because there's a lot of stuff that they teaching us in these. Like, I'm in Colombia right now. You guys know that I'm in Colombia. Colombia is different than America in regards to education, but also, black people are different here too than they are. I feel like the black people here have a stronger touch to to actually being us, like our sort of like our originals. They hold a lot of the original traditions still here. And then there's other ones that's like, the Americans or whatever. I'm not talking down on you Americans, but we got to get back to the root. But also, in terms of the school system in America, the school system in America, they teach us a lot of stuff that we don't even need. And then we struggling to get money, and that's the most important thing really in society. I'm not saying that that's the most important thing to me, because family and love and passion and peace and harmony, those things are important. God is the first above all, true God. But in society, in order to move, we got to have money, and they don't even teach us money in school. And so at the end of the day, it's like we don't have the information that we really need. We sitting here learning a whole bunch of BS, and then they teaching us about us being slaves, and then we not even trying to even, we don't even, we're so busy trying to get money that we're not really putting enough time in to find out our history, when that was supposed to be a foundation in the beginning. We shouldn't have to be 20 something, 25 years old and trying to figure out our history, sort of thing. Yeah, there's anthropologists, there's archaeologists, there's all different types of people. That's what you want to do, but we need the foundation in our schools. It's like, why are you sending your child to their schools? Malcolm X was telling you, like, how you gonna send your child to be educated by the enemy? And I'm not trying to be rude, but we just gonna be honest with you that that's what it is. You are actually sending your child to be educated by the enemy. I was educated by the enemy, and I learned a lot of things from the enemy. But I didn't learn a lot of things from the enemy when they were educating me in school. I learned more things from the enemy when I was dealing with them outside of school. And I'm not trying to say these things just to to be rude or anything like that, but I'm just telling the truth. Like, we need schools, we need foundations. And how can we do that? It's not like we don't have enough individuals who are of this melanated skin color who have money, and they can come together and they can build these things. And then we have individuals who are like, well, I'm American. I'm not, why do I need to go to Africa? I'm not telling you that you have to go to Africa. You probably not even right to go to Africa if you feeling like that. But certain people, they really need to go to Africa. Why? Because there's a lot of opportunity in a system that hasn't been built yet. And there's a lot of opportunity in a system that has been built as well. But the fact is that America, every time we attempted to have like a revolution in America, the government has tried to impede or has impeded the progress of our revolution. What are we looking to do? But it really comes back down to the foundation of what we have. We got to re-educate ourselves. How do we do that? We got to have our own schools. We got to have our own um, education system. We got to have our own system. But how we have to build it, we can't build it in a way that's not refined, because we have to be elegant. We have to be of a mind that is, high and elevated. Because how are we going to defeat an enemy if you don't have the mind of the enemy, or know how to think or outthink the enemy? And I'm not saying that every one of them is the enemy, but someone is going to try and invade. They are invading in Africa. They've invaded in America. How do I know this? We know gentrification. So at the same time, if you have gentrification, that's invasion. They put you in the ghettos, and then it was hard for you to get out of the ghetto. Some people got out of the ghetto and they didn't want to go back to the ghetto. The ones that went back to the ghetto probably got shot in the ghetto. Who knows? I'm just telling the truth. And then they went and they bought up the ghetto, and then they gentrified you. And so also the same thing in Africa. They probably never gonna go there, but they want to control it. They probably never gonna go there to try and say that Africa is the next place. No, they're probably gonna always just try and drain it in order to get it. You know, there's stuff going over here. They don't want to leave America and Europe. There's people that are already there in Africa. Don't get me wrong, but you know they want to drain it for what it can do with the minerals, and they're gonna try and control it in whatever way possible. And it's like, well, what if we can get a hold of that? What if we can control it? What if we are able to do what we need to do to build a system that benefits us, to where we don't have to feel like when we're in another system, like we have to prove our integrity or prove our intelligence or prove who we are just because of our skin color. I'm only stating facts, ladies and gentlemen. You try to walk into a bank, it's not that they're going to sit here and just deny you straight up, but it's going to be harder for you who has good credit than it is for a white person to walk into a bank that has bad credit. It's like, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but I'm telling you that they have more access in their own systems than we do. It's not that we can't get access, it's that we get the lower end of the stick. And we don't want the lower end of the stick because we don't want to accept being low or lowly. We aren't stupid. They think that we're stupid, but you got to be smart. And the only way that we can be wise and actually improvise, not even improvise, we need to actually come together and just construct and not misconstrue what we need to do. And what we need to get done is that we need to build. And how we're going to do that is that if let's say Shaq, I'm not gonna say Shaq. Let's say that you a person, because we got YouTubers that's making Shaq's type of money. Let's say you got millions of dollars. It's not gonna hurt you to take 1 million of your money and then put it with 5, 10, or maybe 20 other people of your color, million of that, and then we go to the bank, and then we can even leverage that to get more than 20 million, because each person put up 1 million. And then what? Then we build, build our cities, build our system. But if you want to do that in America, that's you. I'm telling you right now, I don't believe it's going to happen in America, because look, they already got our people mind control. Go to the police system. The police system is you're gonna find our people on the police system, and then they have that similar mentality of thinking that you know my people ain't nothing, or y'all people. They don't even say my people, because they don't even think that they are a part of you. They think that we're different. Uh, but they're gonna look at you and racially profile you, sort of thing. And I'm not saying that that's everyone, but we know that that happens. They bought our people, and when they want to buy our people, they gonna buy our people. But we can't. We gotta be so smart that we can't be bought. But how can we not be bought if we don't have no money? If we don't have no sense of culture, of society? Look, I've talked a lot on this. I'm gonna go into more controversial topics on this. If you don't want to listen, that's fine. I'm only spitting the truth, and I'm gonna say exactly what I need to say. Uh, like, comment, subscribe. Another thing, I'm running a GoFundMe campaign for our business, our company, Chimera Industrial. Chimera Industrial. I put the link to the website down there in the description. I'm gonna put the GoFundMe link down in the description. We are looking to acquire other businesses. We are is an our business, our company, Chimera Industrial Incorporated, is an acquisitions company. An acquisitions company who is focused on purchasing companies, small businesses or big businesses. And we're not going to go for the big businesses right now. We're going to go for the more small businesses in the construction, industrial, technology, real estate industries in order so that we can bring together a conglomerate and bring together a portfolio for our investors to where we can, it's all strategically investments in order to build the black community. But how can we do that without your support? So, I'm going to go into detail due to the fact that I would like you to check it out first and you read. I'm not selling you anything. Just go and read the website. If you can donate $2, fine. Donate $2 to the GoFundMe, but donate in the mind of knowing that we have to build our culture. We have to build our society. Look, I thank you. I love you all. Va bene. God bless. Ciao bello.